All right, we're recording. Welcome, you guys, to our coach opportunity call. For those of you that don't know who we are, I'm Shalene McLeod,
I'm Jared McLeod.
and we are the co-founders of Fam Jam Empire. We have been coaches now for the past just over 2 years. And we're really excited to talk to you guys tonight about what this coaching opportunity is and why you are sitting on this call listening to us tonight. Some of you might be like, what are you going to talk about? I have no idea. And I, first and foremost, just want to say thank you for showing up. And if you are on this call or you are watching the recording of this call, it is because somebody believes in you a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody thinks that you would make a really great coach, and they believe in the potential that you have in this business, and they want to work alongside you to mentor you and become a coach.
Yeah.
This is like probably one of the more fun things that I love about coaching is being able to mentor people. I know I've invited a few people to this call, and I honestly am just like, I'm so excited for the fresh start, for this feeling of new. And I think we'll kick it back to a little bit of our story and where we started from and where we came from and why we started coaching and what that looks like for us. For me, we have 3 kids. They're 10, 8, and 6. And so about 3.5 years ago now, I was really looking for something that was going to change the shape of my body, because I actually came out of having 3 pregnancies in the course of 6 years and breastfeeding 3 kids over the course of 6 years. And being pregnant, breastfeeding, pregnant, breastfeeding, pregnant, breastfeeding, like literally was my pattern. I came out of that with like, why does my body look like this? No one told me about this. Like, I didn't know there was going to be extra skin everywhere. Like, what is going on? And I think for me, I was really secretive about it. And I thought it was not normal. And I thought it was like, I didn't expect the change. I really didn't expect the change. And I think that can be true for any type of fluctuation in weight, any type of accident that's maybe happened, anything that has happened to you to like strip your confidence away. It might not even be a physical change that happened to you, but it could have just been an event that happened that was really traumatic for you in terms of like stripping away that confidence and who you are and how you show up. And body image is something that is just like so prevalent in the society that we live in, that if we have any type of doubt in who we are or our bodies, immediately we don't show up in life the way that we want to. And for me, I wasn't showing up. I wasn't showing up as the mom I wanted to be. I wasn't showing up as a wife I wanted to be, because I was consumed by my body image. And I didn't really identify that until after I started this journey, to be quite honest with you. I was just looking to lose weight. That was my goal. I wanted to lose weight. I couldn't do it at the gym because packing up 3 kids and getting to the gym, let's be honest, that is a disaster in itself. And then to get to the gym, half the time I'd find out daycare was full, or I was late for the class, or they were hungry by the time I got there, or I needed to feed one. Like, it was just a complete disaster. So for me, trying to get to the gym and work on myself in the evenings was like a 2.5 hour thing. And it wasn't fitting the lifestyle that I wanted to live. I didn't want to live to work out. And I felt like that's what I was doing. I felt like the only thing that I could do was to give up literally everything else in my life in order to be fit. And it just wasn't working. So I actually found myself sitting in a plastic surgeon's chair, because I thought, well, if I can't get to the gym and I can't make it work this way, I'm going to go to surgery and I'm going to fix all the things that I don't like about my body with surgery. I am very pro like plastic surgery. I am pro choice on all of that, which is why I landed in that plastic surgeon's chair. But when I left and I identified, we had a list of procedures that I was going to go through. And when I left, I was really excited at first, but then I had this like weird gut feeling. And it was a couple days later that I said to Jer, I can't do this. And he was like, what? I thought you really wanted this. Like, what are you talking about? And I said, I can't do this because I'm doing this because I hate my body. And I don't want to make that choice out of hate for my body. And I knew something had to change. I knew something had to change, but I didn't know what it was. And randomly, it was within like a couple weeks of that actually happening, I saw this couple working out online. And I was like, how are you working out online in your living room to country music? This was my, like, everyone laughs at me. I am a country music junkie, and they were doing a program called Country Heat. It is literally like 5 of us love this program. Everyone else loves every other program, but I loved that program. And so I was like, I need to do that because I can do that at home. The kids can dance around with me. It'll be totally cool. I can make it fun and I can make it work in my lifestyle. And so I signed up for Beachbody On Demand, and I gave my coaches a really hard time. And I finally, though, started to see the results. And I finally started to be a part of a community that I was kind of missing. And I realized that my coach, when I signed up, I got a coach, just like anybody who signs up for Beachbody On Demand, you get a coach, which is us. And she was leading me through this whole process and this journey. And as she was guiding me through this, I started to see myself in her. And I started to be like, I think I can do what she's doing. Like, she's running a really cool group on Facebook, and she's showing up every single day. And she's just encouraging us and motivating us and inspiring us and empowering us to like show up for ourselves, to like show up for our life. And I was like, I can totally do what she's doing. Like, I know I can do that, but I didn't tell a soul. I kept it to myself. It was like my deepest, darkest secret. I would not tell absolutely anybody, but I was getting results. And my coach reached out to me and she said, I think you should do what I'm doing. And I said, nope, I'm not going to be a coach ever. And then another message came in. She's like, I think you should do what I'm doing. And I said, nope, not happening. And then our world got flipped upside down. So I was on my own personal journey for a couple of months. Jerry was still working. He was going to the gym still. He has a gym at work, so he would get up early and go to the gym. These were like the girly workouts that I was doing at home. And then our world got flipped upside down. And on my journey, I was working a corporate job in event planning. So I was working from home, but I still was working 40, 50, 60 hours a week in a sales position while having the kids with me. And Jared suffered a concussion at work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to share a bit of that.
Yeah. So I've been a police officer for the last 17 years, and I am currently in our office that is involved in training all of our officers and all of our recruits in their use of force options and their hand-to-hand combat. And we were doing a stress inoculation drill. We were stressing out some new recruits, and they had to defend themselves with just their baton. And I ended up getting a baton across the face. And at first, I really didn't think it was anything. It wasn't this miraculous hit where I lost consciousness and I was out of the game. I got hit, I kept moving, and while I was sitting out, I really noticed that things weren't right. My nose started to bleed. It felt like my eyes were going in different directions, and at that moment I knew that I'd got a concussion. I've had several concussions before through football, boxing, rugby. Like, I've had concussions in my life. And I thought this would just be like that. It would just be a concussion, and in a week or so, I would be great and I would be back in the game. And that wasn't the case. Things progressively got worse and worse every day, every week. Every timeline that a doctor had given me, I surpassed it. Every symptom that you may experience, I had every single one and some. So my life was completely turned upside down. All I ever identified as myself as was an officer. All I ever dreamed of being since I was 4 years old was an officer. So for me to have that taken away, and for me not to be able to go to work and not to know if I'm ever going to be able to go back to that job, was heartbreaking, and it completely tore my life upside down. And I started to head down some really, really dark paths of depression, anxiety, and all the things that I loved in my life, everything that brought me happiness, I buried. And all that was left was sadness, anger, embarrassment, frustration. You know, I wasn't showing up as a husband because I couldn't help with the kids. I wasn't showing up as a dad because I couldn't play with the kids. I was letting everybody down at work because I wasn't there to contribute. Shalene had to drive me everywhere because I couldn't drive for over a year. So now I've added more stress to her plate, which is the last thing I ever wanted to do. And it got me to a point where I became suicidal and very, very close to walking out the door to take my own life. And had it not been for a picture on our dresser of Shalene and I on our wedding day, me holding her up, I'm not sure that I would still be here because that was how close it was. And Shalene had noticed, and thank God she noticed, and thank God she noticed when she did, because she knew something wasn't right, and she was afraid that what she might come home to. So she said if she could just get me moving, get my body moving, that maybe my mindset might change. So she invited me to do one of these girly workouts, which it was. And I didn't think it would change anything. You know, I thought, hey, you know what? I'll give it a shot. It's not going to change anything, but I'll try it. And when I went, it wasn't good. It didn't go the way it should have went. I only lasted 7 minutes and then I had to tap out because my symptoms were so bad. But it's also the first time in months that I felt like I accomplished something. And it was in that moment of accomplishment that brought me back the next day and the next day and the next day until I could actually do the whole workouts. And I ended up losing over 45 pounds. And my life completely changed from that point forward. You know, as much as I thought these were girly programs, they're absolutely not. They are challenging. They're hard. They push you. They're convenient. But for me, it gave me that sense of accomplishment. And for Shalene to recognize what I was going through, as much as I tried to hide it and bury it, you know, she saw it and she went through it every step of the way. So, but it brought us to where we are.
And it really was through all of that, which was some of the darkest times of our lives. It was the darkest season of our marriage. And here I am going, I can see myself being a coach. No, Shalene, what are you thinking? Stop. Like, this is the worst time ever to be thinking about starting a new business. I am a serial entrepreneur. For those of you that don't know, I literally tried a new career path or new like side hustle every time I got pregnant. And so I was searching, like I literally have been searching for a while to like find the thing that was actually going to be what I had hoped for it to be for our family, because I was working it for a nonprofit organization. I was bringing in less than $30,000 a year annually. That's barely paying for before and after school care for my kids. Like I was like working to pay for daycare, or I was trying to, it did not work for us. And so I had been searching for a really long time for an opportunity like this one to land in front of me. And here it was, and I was pushing it away because I was in a really dark season. And it was during this process of seeing Jer come from his darkest time and starting to see the light that I realized more people needed this. Because it became about more than just my journey now. I started because of my journey. He started because of his journey. But it was through seeing us come out of that with the programs. Yes, they're phenomenal. The products, yes, they're phenomenal. But the community is everything. The community is what lifted us up in the darkest times that we had. And that for us was when I poured in and I was like, I don't know that I can keep pushing this away anymore. I literally, all I could think about was coaching. For 8 months, you guys, all I thought about was coaching. Mm-hmm. I stalked my coach like every single day on Instagram. I watched all of her stories. I replied to none of her messages. I went into her challenge group. I wouldn't participate in her group at all. I was just like I was like a silent assassin. I was just like kind of sitting there like waiting. And I don't really know what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a sign, maybe. I was waiting to be ready. I don't really know what I was waiting for, but I know that I was really pushing down this deep desire to want to help other people feel what we felt. I was pushing down because I was scared. I was scared of what Jared was going to think. I honestly didn't even want to have the conversation with him about like, hey, I really want to do this other business. Like, cue the massive eye roll of like, sure
That
you
would
do,
never
babe.
happen.
And I was just like, I don't even know how I have that conversation. Like, how do I bring that up to my husband? I don't know. But I got really, really honest with myself. And I said, do I love the job that I'm in right now? No. Do I need to help my family pay some bills because we're racking up a lot of debt right now with Jared not being able to work, not being able to grab overtime like he normally did to help us pay for some of the extras. Like there was no opportunity for me to be working outside of the home because I was taking care of 3 kids and helping Jared get everywhere. I needed something that I could be at home. And here I am looking and looking and looking. And I just finally had to have the conversation with him and be super honest about, I think I can see myself as a coach. And you did kind of give me a bit of a like,
At first
no.
It was like, we're not ready for this. Like,
yeah.
we, with everything that I was going through and with the kids, and I felt like I couldn't contribute. So knowing how much time you would need to put in, like, I just didn't think we were ready, but I could see it in your eyes about how bad you want it. And I'm never one to stop you from going for any of your dreams. I'm not that type of person. And I'll always support you. So, I mean, when I saw that in your eye and we had that conversation, the answer was yes.
Yeah. And we jumped on a call much like this one. And we just kind of talked about, okay, what does this look like? Like, what do I actually do as a coach? Because I think I know. I'm stalking my coach on Instagram. Like, I think I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't really know. And that was really the point where we just got really granular with a lot of questions that we were asking. Because I was like, I think I want to give it a shot. What do I have to lose? I'm going to help a couple people feel like their best selves. Even if I don't make a dime, that is totally worth it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what it did for Jared and I, and it literally saved his life. It saved our marriage. And I was like, why not pass that down to other people? Like, I want other people to feel like their best self. I don't want people to feel like they have to go and look for the quick fix all the time. Mm-hmm. And I want people to learn how to like love themselves. I think self-love is like one of the greatest things that we really promote and we talk about in our groups, because that is literally everything. This community, like I said, was what brought us out of our darkest times. So,
and with that, I mean, like, it's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you're willing to push through it and really try, like, it's totally worth it. It gave me a second chance to hug my kids, to hug my wife, gave me a second chance at life, because, I was so close to going the other way. And I can't take this life for granted anymore, because this is a second opportunity for me, and then it's because of this business and these programs that my whole life changed.
And what do we do as coaches? We help other people live their best life. We help other people reach their health and wellness goals through the programs and products that we have. And then we help other people become coaches. Those are the 2 main jobs that we have as coaches, is helping other people do what we do and helping people live their best life. And through those 2 avenues, those have been really, it's very simple. We can overcomplicate it quite often, but it really is quite simple in how we show up as coaches and what exactly it is that we do. So we started in May, not 2 years ago. This past May, we decided, okay, we're in, let's go, let's do this. Jared was like, this is your thing. Don't worry about me. Like, I got you, but I'm not a part of this at all. And so we started running our own groups on Facebook. And as we started running our groups on Facebook, we started then reaching out to people and asking them if they wanted to be coaches, because we knew the impact it was having in our life. And as we started helping more and more people, everything just started to snowball from there. 9 months after we decided that, yes, we were going all in, I actually retired from the corporate job that I was in, and I went full-time with Beachbody. My next goal is to retire him from his corporate job and bring him home to the family. Mm-hmm. And these are the things that are possible with this business and with this avenue. And I never found anything else that actually I could see that potential. I could see that as a possibility for our family. The only thing I could see in anything else I was doing was like, great, I can buy myself an extra outfit, or I can actually pay for the kids' snowsuits this year, or I can actually go and buy new snowsuits instead of used. Like those were the things that I was like, those were my goals in the beginning. And that's totally cool. And this will change and evolve as you grow through the business. But now I can see the potential. And we're literally sitting on like a gold mine with this business and what it can bring to your family, more than just financially. Yeah. Way more than just financially. The financial part is fantastic, but that is definitely something that comes with hard work. What's the disclaimer? We have to insert income disclaimer.
Yeah, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. It is based on your own ethics and work and diligence that you put into the business.
There we go.
It's on an individual basis. It's not based on anything guaranteed.
But to that point, just know that coaching has brought so much to our lives, and everyone that is on this call that is a coach, because I see some of our incredible coaches from our team sitting here and their amazing smiles, and I know that they see so much in you guys, and they just want this for you as well because they believe in you. So I'm going to break it down really quickly for you guys. I think most often we get the questions of, you know, I feel like this is a pyramid scheme. We get this one all the time. So we're just going to like totally debunk the whole myth behind pyramid scheme. It's totally illegal to have a pyramid scheme. It is network marketing, and network marketing is pretty much the booming business of the society that we live in right now. Yeah. And it is completely legal, completely ethical. It is just a type of business, and it is a structure of business. It is not a pyramid scheme whatsoever. You cannot get rich quick in this. It is not like people are paying you money out of their pocket. And if the last person in the world were to sign up, you would still be able to make an income. So definitely not a pyramid scheme. The other thing, I think the hesitation of, well, I just don't know enough people. That is definitely something that people have in mind. For us, it is not about having to have a gazillion and one people to help. It is really about having a really great community of people to help. But at the end of the day, we're going to teach you how to show up on social media. We're going to teach you all of the things. We have a really, really great social media training. We have a 2-week training course that we're going to walk you through step by step so that you understand what the business is and you know how to show up in the business. So we've got you in that sense. We are literally going to teach you everything that we know step by step, and you're going to be able to take everything that we have given you and be able to implement it right away. Yeah. So in terms of like, I don't know social media, I don't have a big following, I don't know how to show up, don't worry about any of that. I think you started with 100 followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I think I had 350.
I think 4 posts.
Yeah, it was, and I think I had 350, and I maybe had like 250 friends on Facebook, and most of them were from high school, and I didn't talk to them for 10 years. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't go to mom groups. Like I literally had no friends. I was pretty boring. And I decided I'm going to go all in. I'm going to help people. Who are the people I'm going to help? I don't know, but I'm going to find them along the way. And you find some really cool people just by going through the training that we give to you guys. So those are some of the big things. The one is like, I don't have social media. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to work it. Is this a pyramid scheme is another question we get a lot. How do I earn is the other question we get all the time. How do I actually earn in this business? There's 2 ways that you earn, and there's 2 ways that we help people. The first way is basically a retail commission that you earn off of anyone who decides to get started with you. So that is with their own health and wellness journey. You earn a retail commission of 25 to 40% based on what it is that they actually get started with. Yeah. That varies. The second way, which is the second way we help people, is through your team. And I try to reference it in the terms of like the retail, what we call like retail side of things, and the commission that you earn off of helping people get started with their health and wellness journey. Eventually you're going to max out in hours. There's only so many hours in the day, and there's only so many days a week, and there's only so much work that you can do within those hours that you have. So the second way that you can earn is by building a team, much like what we've invited you guys to join us here tonight, and building a team to replicate the efforts that you are doing with the retail side of things. So now you have a bonus that is paid out to you because of the efforts that your team is doing. So you have these two ways that you're earning. You are getting a paycheck every single week if you are helping people get started on their health and wellness journey, or if your team is doing that. Everything gets paid out weekly on Thursdays. And there's other bonuses and stuff that you can earn along the way, but we won't get into all of that and complicate it all for you guys. But those are basically the two ways that you can earn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Good?
that's it.
Okay. Yeah. He's usually the numbers guy, so I always look to him for that answer. And outside of that, you guys, I think the biggest thing is just not believing in your abilities to be able to do what we do. I really want to encourage you guys, if you know anybody, your coach on social media, you probably see them showing up, you probably see where they're at in their business. You're like, man, they're crushing it. They're doing so good. I want to encourage you to not compare your beginning to anyone else's middle. I think oftentimes we feel like we're behind, or we feel like we're like, I can't do what she does. Well, we didn't show up this way. Had you said, can you do a call for 19 people 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have shown up. If I'm being very honest with you, or I would have fumbled over my words 1,000 times over. It takes practice, it takes time, and it really takes just connecting with our team. We have a really, really beautiful team atmosphere of people who are willing to be there for you and show up for you and help you through all of the different stages that you go through as a coach. So with that,
I'll just add to that real quick.
Please.
I know we're close on time, but
yep.
This is very much a team business. There's not too much individualized parts to this business. It's very much a team, just like when you're going for ranks or you're going to help people. It's a huge team environment. So you don't have to do this alone. You have an entire team of people that are there to help you along the way, whether it's your personally sponsored coach, maybe somebody in your downline, maybe just somebody in the same network as you. Everybody is willing to lend a hand out. And that being said, like, obviously you're on this team call. If you join this team, we're part of that team. If you have questions or genealogy questions or stuff about the back office, like, we're here for that. You're not in it alone. You have this giant team that's ready to help you.
Yeah, we're totally in this together, you guys. And that's what I love about it. It totally matters the team that you align yourself with. And it totally matters that you see yourself belonging to that team. And if you were attracted to the person that invited you into this business, or you feel this, like, you can't turn the thought off, but you just don't believe in yourself enough, don't worry about that, because we'll believe enough in you that you don't need to have that right now. We got you. We are going to pour so much belief in you that you can do this. Like, I promise you that. So if you feel like you're not ready, you are ready is totally a lie. If you feel like you don't have enough belief in yourself, lean on us, because we got you. It is not about being the most confident. It is not about being good enough. It is not about being the prettiest. It's not about being any of that. It's about sharing your story. Just like we have a story, I know each and every one of you feel pain on this call. I know each and every one of you have a story that is within you that maybe you've dealt with or maybe you haven't, but at some point you will get to be able to share that story, and you will get to be able to inspire other people to show up in their life. And by sharing your story, you might actually save another life. And that is such a rewarding feeling, to be able to show up and share through our learning. That's all we're doing, is just sharing through the things that we've experienced and we've learned. To be able to do that and inspire other people to start living their best life is literally the most rewarding thing that I have ever been a part of. And we're so excited to be able to invite you guys into this with us. So we're going to wrap this up, you guys. We are kicking off our new coach training on Monday, this Monday, August 3rd. We have a 2-week training that we are going to have kickoff with anyone who is starting new. So the really cool part is that if you decide, yes, this is the thing that I want to do, I want to give this a shot, you are going to be with everyone else that said yes as well. And we put you guys together in a group and you guys learn together. You're never alone in this business. Like we said, you have the team. You guys are going to learn the ropes together, and we're going to be there to support and guide you along the way. So I really want to encourage you guys to reach out to the coach that invited you to this call and tell them that you've watched it if you're watching the recording.
Yeah.
Or as soon as you jump off of here, reach out to them and just let them know where you're at. What questions do you still have? Let them answer the questions that you might still have lingering, and also let them know if you're ready to go in, because they can help you get set up with, by the way, one of the most incredible programs that is ever launched, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we can help you get started on your own health and wellness journey to go all in, and we can help you to start building a really beautiful business. But let's go. Let's not wait, you guys. We have until Sunday before our training starts on Monday. So I encourage you just to reach out as soon as you're done watching this call or getting off of this call, so that you guys can talk about the next steps and what that looks like. Yeah. We're so excited to see you guys on our team page. I cannot wait to get to know more of you on there, because there's so many people on this call I don't even know. So I'm pumped for it. And if you guys have questions, again, reach out to the person that invited you here. We are so excited for you. We hope you guys have a really great night.
See you guys.
Bye.